back with a message. But this message is for the CIA, the government, um, the military, those who are walking around with laptops following me, um, the Masons, Covens, sisterhoods. I don't know. There's a group of women as well. These are fraternities. There's a lot of them. But I just want to say, I'm going to do a reading, that you have no right to follow me. I'm not your experiment, okay? I am not your human experiment. I never gave any consent to anybody to come into my privacy, violate my space, violate my human rights, violate my constitution, violate my medical records, HIPAA. I went out today and there was multiple aircrafts in the sky. There were different military helicopters following me. Multiple, throwing chemicals in the air. You have no right to sacrifice, to try to hurt me. I'm not doing anything to anyone. I'm exposing you for the injustice that you have done on humanity, and you're doing it to me. And I am the one that God has opened up my gifts to share this with the collective. I saw you. I keep seeing you. I have footage of helicopters and people stalking me. This is every day. Everywhere I go, there's men sitting with laptops. Today I also encountered a man in black, and I called him out on it. And I told him, I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared. And he started laughing. It's like, I know what the hell you guys are doing. And my phone, it so happened, my phone clicked off because I was listening to music when I was near him. So, these helicopters, they were all over today. I don't know if you could see, but I'm going to show you. This woman was recording me. Then I'm over here. Sorry. I don't know if you could see.
The military is out here.
As well.
Look at this. 1, 2, 3. 3 military helicopters.
These were big helicopters, okay? These were military, big machineries on them, okay? Back and forth today. Then there was more helicopters, okay? Every time I go outside, I am always I give no permission to no one to violate my human rights, to violate me in any. I'm not your experiment. I am not your experiment. I didn't sign no consent. Nobody came and talked to me. My whole world has been violated. My phones are violated. Everything is violated. Everything. I have no privacy whatsoever. As soon as I step out, there's people in here that are tapped into my devices. Okay? These are people who are being paid. There's laptop workers, people that they're sitting in the cold. I see them from a far distance. I'm very connected to spirit. Spirit lets me see all these people. And I want to make the world aware that this is truly happening. This is funded by the CIA. The presidents are aware because their secrets are being exposed. This has been done for a long time. Because of our spiritual gifts, because God has had enough with these people, put them in power, they took advantage, they didn't know how to be at service to others. They took it upon themselves to be at service to self. They work with the draconians, they work with reptilians, they work with dark entities. I see them all the time. I see the clones. I see the Masons, dark. I see the women. I'm like, I don't know how women, I have no, I swear, I live in this world. I live in this world, but I am not part of it. I will never hurt or harm a human being, cause any pain to anyone intentionally. This has to stop. We give no rights. I gave you no rights to my life. But I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful. I'm very, very thankful because of the gift, the spiritual gift that God has given me and many others to see beyond the veil of what is going on our planet, the injustice that has been caused, and they just don't stop. Hold on one second. The injustice that has been done on humans without their consent. I am not your experiment. I am not one that you need to play with. God has given you plenty of chances to turn your life around. You had the time to turn all this that you have been doing around, and you chose to stay in that dark space. Thought you was going to get away with it. You're not getting away with nothing. Nothing that you do. You could put all the planes in the world to come and try to do whatever chemicals you're doing. Because I feel it. I feel it in my eyes. I feel it in my eyes. It's not hurting me. It's a bothering, tearing type of thing. I don't know what you're trying to do, trying to blind me but that's not working. Trying to put my face to chemicals and try to I don't know, it's like a lot of, when I go take a shower, my face burns. This is not funny. This is very serious. It doesn't work. I'm just very conscious and aware of the tactics that you have brought upon me, an innocent human being who speaks up and not scared of you. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And you're wrong. And you are going to be revealed because the Father is going to make sure everybody involved, there's military, CIA, there's police officers. I mean, people everywhere I go. The food, the poisoning of my food, the water, the poisoning of the chemicals, the creams that I use, you see it hasn't worked. And you continue to use them. But let me tell you something. The ETs are watching you. The Galactic Federation is watching you. You guys had an opportunity. You spoke with the Galactic family before, right? They told you to stop. Y'all didn't listen. This is not your world. This is not your planet. That's why you use us to try to get the secrets that we hold within ourselves. You try to get rid of us so that way you can control. You can't get rid of God's kids. You can't do it no more. That is over. You can't get rid of God's children no more. You do chemicals, try to hurt my eyes, tearing. Put sulfur, different types of poisoning. Poison my food. Can't even eat. Put bugs in my food. When I go shop, you guys know what I wear at shop, what I do, what brands I use. You send people to follow me. Oh, what she's gonna eat, what she's buying. I notice that every time I buy something or purchase something, the prices go up. Your sick tactics is going to stop. The drones, you have followed me with drones. I used to be like, why is this drone follow? All over. All over. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Because you keep making me more abundance because of the lawsuits that will be taking place. This is heavy, heavy violation of my rights. You've seen everything about my life. Everything. You seen when I was sick. You seen when I went to the hospital. You seen when I almost died. You was like, yeah, she's almost there. She's almost there. We almost got her. You're not God. You have no power. I'm too strong. I overcame everything, every single tactic, every single chemical, every poisoning. That literally, I thought I was gonna die. All the vomiting, everything, all the releasing, the headaches, depression, and you try to put suicide, mental, MK Ultra in me, playing mind games. When I was living in Astoria, you guys had those laptops in the bottom of the basement. There was three, and there was beds there. So you watched me. You watched when I had accidents, when I fell, when I had my surgery. Took my stuff from that apartment. I never got no receipts, no notice of taking my property back. You work with the landlords. That realtor that lived in that was part of that house, that man that was the owner, that every time the cops were called, they were all in on it. Putting $100,000 lawsuits against me. For what? What did I do? I'm living in a home, paying rent, $1,100, and the property was unsafe. HPD came. It was violations of cameras and in spaces where they wasn't supposed to be. Everything was a smart type of device in there, okay? And I was like, I know there is some sort of, they're watching. I felt it intuitively. I knew what you was doing. You was sending a lot of signals through these devices. There was one time something turned on in the kitchen. I don't know, it was the the there was the toaster because I didn't have the toaster. There was something turned on automatically. I told my sister had called. I'm like, sis, something just happened. It was like somebody turned. I didn't touch anything, and something started to get smoky in the house. So you tried to burn me in my own home? Thought I was going crazy, but I wasn't. That's what you wanted. Yeah, I was seeing a therapist. Yes, they was giving me medication, but it was all you're doing. Had car accidents back to back. That was you guys trying to get rid of me. Pulmonary embolism from the accident. I couldn't even walk. Home alone. Home alone, taking care of myself. Surgery in my ankle. Wheelchair. Fell 3 times in that apartment, and you saw it all by myself. couldn't breathe. And I was slowly dying. There was something telling me I'm dying. Went to the hospital, went on a doctor's appointment, waited, find out I had pulmonary embolism. The doctor was like, I never seen a case like yours. People usually who comes with pulmonary embolism, they're bleeding out. It nearly missed my heart. I had a blood clots near my heart. You almost took me out, but you didn't. I'm living my mission. I am not backing down from nobody. Nobody scares me. You can send all your men in black. You can send all the clones. You can send all the stalkers, all the helicopters, all the little paparazzi, all your little minions, all of your minions. I'm not scared. You don't put fear in my heart because I know who I am. I bow down to no man. You have no authorities over me. You have no control over my thinking. You have no authority over my health, my spiritual beliefs, my Father, my God. You don't have no authority. You have taken from people. Taken their lives. And lived on their wealth. You lived on their insurance. You lived on their property. You have taken their lands. You have taken their children. Doctors. There are doctors, there are lawyers, there are judges, there are billionaires, there are lots of corporations all involved in the scheme of oppressing humanity for their material gains and their material wealth. They forgot that this is God's world, not man's world. Man has no authority over Mother Gaia. Man has no authority over human beings. And if you knew your rights, people, you will stand up for your freedom and stop letting these people dictate to you how you need to take your medication, when you need. There's things I can't even say here because I am already shadow banned. But I'm going to continue to speak. But I have to censor myself. In 2019, they did things to people. I had a spiritualist take an ABOT. This is a chip from my head. Energetic. I don't know where it came from. That was a device to try to control the mind. I didn't know it was an ABOT. I always research every time because during the spiritual cleansing, healing, I wanted to not be in that world no more where I was repeating the same patterns over and over and over again. I needed to make life changes. And by connecting with my Father, connecting with God, I started to see, I started to receive, I started to heal, I started to work on myself. I started to see the people that came into my life. Took advantage of my kindness. Tried to oppress me. Tried to control me. Tried to hurt me for being loving and caring human being. These people don't work from a space of love. These people work from a space of darkness. Some of them don't even know because they have taken, their vessels have been taken over. But there are many that do know. Can't do this. Women oppressing powerful, creative women. These entities that are in power don't like the strength and the heart of a woman. They will rather use them as sex objects, make them feel worthless, just have sex with them and take that energy and let them build on. Now I know why I was dreaming about powerful leaders. Powerful leaders that were killed because they stood for freedom. They knew what the government was doing. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Abraham Lincoln, John F. Kennedy. They knew the secrets of aliens. Bush and his son, very corrupted. Very corrupted. Reagan, Another one. Very aware of the alien contacts. The aliens flying all over the White House. The bodies of aliens that they have captured using the experiments. Can't. You have no power. Everything that they said about history is not true. Christopher Columbus, again, he did not discover America. Took away from our ancestors. Try to burn the truth. Take their scriptures, their work, their tools, their gold, their lands, and enslave them, beat them, killed them, took their lands. This is our land. Let's burn all of this so that they didn't discover America. We discovered America. And until this day, you got away with everything. It's going to be changes. It's going to be changes. It's going to be a big fall of the White House. A big fall of these leaders. You don't see them much because they're all trying to figure out how can we get out of this scam, how the fraud and all this, and they're sick. They're sick. The scandals, the disgrace, paying for magic. Television news reporters, many of them have been brought to hide the truth. A lot of them sold themselves. There's morals, there's values, I don't know how, I don't work in a space of unfairness, lies, deceit. You get nowhere like that. Scaring babies when they're born. You scare them so that way they grow up with fear. Making all these movies. Putting women on, I watch YouTube and there's a lot of advertisement now that all you see is the breasts and the bottom of the butt of a woman. Who? We have brains. We have brains. We have brains. We're able. We're not just sex machines and a baby maker. We are able to uphold whatever position we want in our life. If you believe. If you believe in yourself, if you have that confidence, you don't need to be selling your body out there to no man. Man don't want you? Okay, fine. Bow down to no man that don't want you, who's going to use you and abuse you. Been there, done it. I got to heal from that trauma. Got to heal from the traumas of abuse within your lineage, within your family. You've seen these things happen. The sexual abuse. Many women and children have endured. By predators. That's supposed to be at service to God, even spiritual leaders like religious church, bishops, priests, ministers. They all work. Not all of them. But the ones that are money laundering, it's been done for a long time. The church have money laundering for a long time for the government, okay? That's a fact. They use the church as their washing money. Different countries. They don't like me because I speak. I see. This is not my first time here on this planet. This is not my first time reincarnated here and seeing the destruction that man has done. But now the energy changed. Certain planets are in alignment, higher consciousness. That's why they don't want to teach you astrology. They don't want to teach you about God, the true, real God. A real child of God will speak. Will speak God's words. Would not lie. Would not deceive you. We have been deceived. We have been programmed to think that we are not able to heal ourselves. Think that we are not able to create a life of luxury. No, because they want to oppress you. They don't want you to believe that you could have true love with your husband. Build a healthy family. No. They want broken homes. They want children to be on drugs. They want your child to be in gangs. They put drugs in our community. They create violence within our community, going against each other. But when you connect with God, you see the truth. You see behind the veil. You see what God has been trying to tell us for a long time. He sent his son, Jesus. He was crucified. He was a healer. He was a messenger. He was a prophet. He had gifts, very powerful. His body was taken to heaven, just like Enoch. Enoch, Metatron. No, um, Metatron. Yeah, Archangel Metatron. But they don't want to teach you about your ancestors. They don't want to teach you about your spirit guides. They think they're saying, "Oh, this is demonic." But that's why they try to kill us, because we know the truth. They know that if their agenda is exposed, they have no power. You have no power over God anyway. You lost your power. You gave all your power away. You gave your soul to something that is not going to fulfill your life, your children's life, your family. Sex trafficking children, sex trafficking women, having these strip clubs. So men don't be honest with their wives. It's like they didn't want people to be happy. They didn't want people to love themselves. They wanted you to work from a space of fear, so you won't be able to create jobs, positive, loving, giving opportunities for all. Oh, stand up for justice. We stand up where? I'm skeptical about even putting somebody in I didn't want to vote for who. They were all liars. Some of them. They were all mind controlled. For money, luxury, fame, whatever. Then they want to take out people from their own cabinets because they know their secrets. They know the secrets. There were presidents who killed other military men and then they blame it on something else. It's all a cover-up. Everything is a cover-up. These governments, these systems, CIA, they all cover up their, because they have an agency to back them up. Make it seem like it was one thing, but in reality, they're the ones behind it. "9/11", 9/11. Something more to 9/11. And Bush knows about it. He knows about it. Going into other countries, killing their children, killing families, taking. Who are you? Who are you? Can't even take care of your own state, and you over here going to different countries, bombing and killing. There's money in war, lives. Building concentration camps for children. God is exposing each and every act, injustice that you have done for a long time. And you had a chance to make it right. You had a chance to make it right. There's thousands of books that I have read. A lot of books that I have read. The lies of the religion, of the true, our ancestors' story wiped away because you didn't want people to know how powerful and beautiful the Egyptians and the Druids and way back, BCE, way back, their story. But you took their lands, though. You took their land. You took the way they grew agriculture, their buildings, how they built. You took a lot of their creative, how to manifest, but you do it in the dark. You take secrets of Masons, the dark. There's different cultures have different spiritual rituals. All cultures, all around the world. How to heal. And you brainwash these people, making them think it was dark. But you used it to your benefit because you created society groups. You created covens. You created elites. You wanted your cake and eat it too. You had a wife at home, but you was dipping and dabbing with children. underage children, taking organs, selling, experimenting, going to different countries, dipping and dabbing, having these parties, these, how you say it, charity events, 15-year-old models, underground parties, orgies. Did your wife know that you was doing this? Did your wife know that you was killing children for your stability, for your home, the places they live, with your children, with your family? Did you tell them you was out there killing? Did you tell them that you had them outside over there enslaving, oppressing, selling children, different countries, different presidents? They all had their money. And then you want to come and hurt me because I'm a psychic? Ever since I was born, you already had my fate. You already knew there was, when I was born, I was switched. Had a fire in my house. That fire was trying to kill my family. Moved to the city. I lived in Brooklyn, Queens. I was born. Had people come to my home, follow up. I didn't know. I seen these Caucasian women coming into my home. How you doing? Asking questions. It's coming back. It's coming back. At 13, I think I was like 10 or 11 years old, going to the store with my sister. This African American man took me to a building, almost raped me. That was part of the agenda. This woman, there was a woman who was writing letters to my mother, calling us all types of names. She knew who we was. Calling us, we was 16, 17. Sluts, whores, I don't know, who is this woman? Calling us all types, with saying witchcraft. It's like I asked my mother, who was this woman? Could have been part of my real family. I don't know. Always abused as a child. That was the plan. That was the plan. Get somebody to kill me. Had an abusive boyfriend who nearly fractured both sides of my jaw. Because the day I got tired of getting beat downs all day, every day, black eyes, broken ribs, got tired, went out looking for work, and then told him to leave because I didn't want to be with him, and he breaks my jaw. Fractured both sides of my jaw. This was part of it. Everything was part of the plan. Then I have people who laugh at the stories that we speak from our experience. These are dark forces that laugh at divine children when they tell the horrific abuse that transformed us to become these light workers, because we are light workers. We are very powerful. This is a body, this is a vessel. Our spirits and our souls is connected to the Most High. And we activate our DNA when we start healing. We start to awaken. We go through this process of going within, meditating, activating. I went through all of the chakras, one by one, by one, by one, by one, until this beam of light came into my being. God showed me everything from when I was at that space, at that time, until I was in my mother's stomach. I seen the chains. I awakened. The next day that happened, I was like I was, it was like a whole new world. I seen the people, I seen police officers, I started to see behind the veil. I didn't know where to turn. I went within. I didn't have to go nowhere. Nowhere. I had to just go within. I used to try to go to schools, college, something about awakening, spiritual awakening. What school? What? Everybody was looking at me like, what are you talking about? I guess, okay, this is guided to read, just research and just research and research. And I did so many research and I brought so many books and I was guided. Going within, nothing outside of yourself is going to really reveal to you the truth. It comes from God. No man deceits. A man of power and control that is as service to others is not a man of God. I'm not broken. I'm not broken. You can never break me. But I got some cards. So I'm going to use my oracle cards from my galactic family to see what aliens are around. The Arcturians. Manifesting multiple. So the Arcturians are here. We have Arcturians energy. We have Arcturian energy. They are beings who are able to manifest They are multiple dimensional, and their perception is attunement. They are attuned to everything that is. You may, Garthens, I'm sorry, Agathans, Agathans. There are Nephilims. They're controversial, assessing new perspective. They are not, they're very dark. Number 15 could be significant. Let's see. Nephilims are known as Anakin, Elohim. The Nephilims were humanoids, giants of ancient times on earth that seemingly died out during the last great flood. They stood 14 feet tall and sometimes even taller. Their origins are unclear sources, so they originate from Canaan. Genesis 6:4 states that they are the sons of God. Hold on. These could be the giants that came down and how you say it, they made it with the women, right? And they had giant babies. That's why God had to clear out. The origins is unclear. Genesis 4 states that there are some later interpretations of this led to the rebelling of them as the fallen ones. So there are fallen angels at this time on this planet. The Nephilims were doublings and possibly of origin genetic seeding programs. Discovered bones are sold as bones are as old as 50,000 to 300,000 years old. The Hebrew Torah makes mention of Nephilim, giants, and Old Testament books of Samuel mention Goliath the giant. The book of Enoch makes reference of the giants, so as do the Dead Sea Scrolls. The ancient Greeks called their giants the Cyclops and Titans. Scandinavian pagans mention stories regarding ice giants and trolls. The New Zealand Maori have stories about red hair. I can't even pronounce this word. Pataiarche giants that inhabited New Zealand first. In 1911, the ancient Nevada Seedecha tribe discovered mummified rare-haired giants that coincided with their passed-down stories. Giant bones are also discovered in Alaska, Mexico, and in Denisova Caves, Siberia. The Nephilims have complex and controversial history and sometimes weirdly overlaps into the Anunnaki genetic territory. So there are Nephilims, there are fallen angels here on this planet at this time. So you have the light and dark. Number 1 and 15 could be significant. Oh, look what happened. The men in black. I seen one today. They wear they don't wear this now. They wear different clothing. The man had the glasses on. He was fair skin, okay? He had a cap over his head. I got a picture of him. And they work with technology. They try to put fear. but they don't dare. They stalking, intimidation, and confrontation. He put no fear in my heart. Okay, because I spotted him. Then when I saw him the second time, I told him have a good day, and he also told me to have a good day. The man in black. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, that's the tall grays. These people, they work with dark aliens, try to use experiments, or they have this within their own DNA, and they you 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 utilitarian, intimidating. They are the bad grays. They're not the good grays. Number 10. They're the, let's see. The tall grays come from Zeta star system in the Orion constellation. Though some have made suggestions they may have come from Armageddon galaxy, which is even further away. Others even speculate that they could be a future evolution of the human race returning here, or an alien race from the future that is traveled back in time. They are somewhat similar in appearance to the short grays, only much taller and some slightly more noticeable nose. The tall grays are lanky with elongated spiny limbs and ectomorphic body. They can stand anywhere from 6 to 8 feet high. Like the short grays, some have 4 fingers on each hand, others have 3. They are not overly strong and have awkwardly body movements like their cousins. They too have no reproductive organs. The tall grays have been associated with abduction phenomenon and are usually described as hostile, bitter, and cold. They are largely work under the Alpha Draconians, so they work with the government, the Draconians. Some tall grays are positioned in scientific labs, okay? Men in Black, Miller Lab, genetic laboratories, and military negotiation departments. They are telepathic, psychic, and have intimidating presence. The tall grays operate functions in a utility hive mind, Borg-like culture, where individuals' thought is near non-existent. They're non-approachable, they're intimidating, they're militant, they're rigid. So these are some of the aliens that are on our planet at this time. Starseeds, we are here too. We are here to help the collective. We are here to bring and raise the consciousness of the collective. We are loving, we are caring. We work with the light. Anything else? There are also the vegans. They like to be alone. They like peace. They like love. They like independence. They like to eat healthy. The Anunnakis are here. Controlling drama, conflict of interest. These are our ancestors. They've been here before. It's a lot of stories about the Anunnakis. But they're here. They are awakened. They are within our, they're watching. There's light and dark to everything. There's the sun, Inky, Yankee. I think one is Inky. Let's see. I forgot their names. Number 5, there's change. The Anunnakis, often known as the Shining Ones, Elohim, the fallen angels, and the Watchers. The ancient Babylonian Sumerian civilizations known to modern Iraq, Syria, was highly advanced in technology, culturally and logistically, as well as legally and scientifically sophisticated. They developed 60-20 counting systems, geometry, and written language systems. They invented organized lunar, solar, stellar, cosmic, navigating, and timekeeping systems. Their origin, Anunnaki on Earth, were giant Nephilims in size, standing beyond 12 feet. The last deluge and inbreeding was bred out of pure bloodlines on Earth. Their origin, Anunnaki, varied in skin from very dark to fair, and were said to be able to crossbreed with alpha draconians and reptilian beings. Ancient Sumerian clay tablets reveal documentaries dating back to the 24th century BC creations of genetic stories that were polytheistic with many complex off-world Anunnaki narratives. The Anunnakis were inhabitants of the planet Nibiru, a distant reddish planet that enters our solar system every 3,600 years. It is debated in Nibiru's last elliptic orbit entrance to our solar system may have caused the Great Deluge. Either way, Anunnakis invaded Earth, infiltrated and destroyed Atlantis, later led by the high priestess Enki. They then started a mining colony in another off-planet race called Iligi to assist the mining of monatomic gold for the precious interdimensional properties. Led by half-brother Anahel and against Enki's wishes, the Anunnaki used different sophisticated engineering on the Earthling to create somewhat upgraded hybrid humans workforce, smart enough to follow instructions, though not smart enough to rebel. Enki was the support, mentor, and the advisor for the humans. The remaining Anunnaki's ancestors are waiting for the next Nibiru orbit to leave Earth. We're going through this. They're here. Anything else? The Merkaba movement, this space travel. There are beings that travel with their Merkaba. Once you activate your light body, you activate your Merkaba. Once you heal, you're connected to what's above. You're able to time travel through this Merkaba. You just need to know who you are. I was going to do a full reading, but this energy I already spoken of, and I already told these beings that you don't intimidate me. You do not scare me. You have no right to follow me. You have no right to intimidate me. You have no right to do what you do. I'm not backing down. I will always stand in my power. You will not control me. Every time, I will be taking pictures. I will be taking videos. I will. I might not show the faces because nobody gave me permission. But I will have them for my records. Because enough is enough. And I stand in my power, and I will not allow anyone to intimidate me, to try to scare me, to try to use force tactics that is against my rights, my human rights. You have no rights. How long? We've been here over an hour. Yeah, no, I was gonna do a reading, but nah, it's too much. Just gonna let one more card, Lumeria, see what messages they have for the collective. They don't even want to tell you about Lumeria. They don't. They want to keep everything secret. They want to keep Atlantis secret. They want to keep the flood secret. They want to keep the hidden tunnel secret. They want to keep the there's ways of talking to people and opening up their minds to the truth. But you just want to scare them. You just want to make it seem like they're coming to hurt our planet. No, you hurting our planet. No, you are the ones. You're the ones that cause wars unnecessarily. Awakened awareness. There's many levels of awakening. Keep learning and putting yourself into situations where you can grow. Stay aligned with your inner guidance and do what you love to keep your high vibe. Seek not instant pleasures, but substantial and suitable joy. Eat healthy, keep your body active, and have life goals, but with enough space to hear the answers to your prayers. Find your unique way to connect to the divine inside of you, not as an external seeking, but as a receptive, allowing, being inspired to see the questions at hand with a different perspective. Look between the lines for deeper interpretations. Look deeper. See beyond the veil. Receive this activation within you. Continue to grow. The bottom of the card is Monchasta. Aware Lemuria would be destroyed. Its people traveled to other parts of the globe. Monchasta was one place they journeyed. There are tales of unusual phenomena and multidimensional beings living inside the mountains. They're living inside the mountains, I'm telling you. This card is about origins, and the image is the seed crystal. This deck is based around honor and look more deeply into your ancestry, both your bloodline and your etheric lineage. Do you have an affinity with your star beings? Connecting with them might allow you greater insights into your traits, your strengths and challenges. The sacred places you feel attracted to may have an intuitive message for you. Look within your lineage. You are connected to star beings. If you know. Namaste.